Hi dear friends. Mobile phones have quickly become taken as much for granted as any other electronic device. We don't remember quite how life was before mobile phones existed. No one expected it to be like this. When mobile phones were introduced, they were viewed as an exclusive form of telephone service. But now, it has become a vital part of our life. Now there are different mobile operating systems available in the market, the most common being the Android, most secured being iPhone and BlackBerry, but there's some others like Windows Mobile Operating System as well, all having their own features and security mechanisms. Since mobile phones have become so important in our life, we should know how to use them in a secured manner. Let's start with Android operating system. Let me first give you an overview of Android operating system, features of it, about Android applications, what an API level is, and what is an Android IDE. Some of the features of Android I would be discussing about here in this module is about its GUI, connectivity, messaging, storage, multitasking, widgets, and Wi-Fi Direct. Features of Android 1. GUI. Android uses a beautiful graphical user interface GUI which is quite intuitive and attractive. It is made with high accuracy and high quality source files. Connectivity. In addition to Android's connectivity features including GSM, CDMA, 3G, LTE, Android provides APIs to let your app connect and interact with other devices with protocols such as Bluetooth, NFC, Wi-Fi, P2P, USB, and SIP. Messaging. Android messaging features such as SMS and MMS is an all-in-one messaging app designed by Google that allows you to text, chat, send group text, send pictures, share videos, and send audio messages. Storage. Android storage database that it uses is termed as SQLite. These storage places are shared preferences, internal and external storage, and shared via network connection. Multitasking. Multiple applications can run simultaneously, so users can perform multiple tasks at the same time. Resizable widgets. Widgets can be resized so users can view the content according to their own comfort. Most resizable widgets have a preset limit and cannot get layered or larger or smaller than a specific size. Wi-Fi Direct. It lets apps directly pair over a high bandwidth peer-to-peer connection. It is useful for everything from internet browsing to file transfer and to communicate with one or more devices simultaneously at typical Wi-Fi speeds. Now let's talk about Android applications. Android applications are made in Java using Android Software Development Kit, so prerequisite knowledge of Java is required. Categories of Android applications include news, multimedia, games, music, food and drink, and so on. Android applications after getting developed, one can sell them through Google Play Store, Opera Play Store, Amazon Play App Store, and many more. API level. Before we talk about API level, we should know what an API is. An API or Application Programming Interface is a framework that makes an Android application interact with Android operating system. It consists of a core set of packages, XML elements, and attributes for declaring a manifest file and accessing resources. It also consists of a set of permissions that an application is allowed and the permissions not allowed by the system. An API level is an integer value that describes the version of the Android platform being used. Here I've shown you all the API levels from API 1 to 28, the Android version for each, and the Android name respectively. You can see API 1. The Android version for it is Android 1.0 and the name for it is Base. API 3, Android version 1.5 and the name for it Cupcake, and so on. Android IDE is a completely integrated development environment for your Android device with interactive programming lessons. It is an environment to develop Android applications. Some of the most commonly used Android IDEs include Android Studio, Visual Studio, Eclipse IDE, Visual Studio or Xamarin, and Basic for Android. Thank you. Stay tuned. We would be discussing further about Android security, its routing, architecture, authentication and encryption, and several more in the upcoming videos.